Hi there, you with the ox in your Bazi chart. If you've always hankered to master a certain skill, well, 2023 may be the year to do it. Welcome back as we continue with the 2023 Chinese Zodiac series. In case we have yet to meet, thank you for watching. My name is Pauline Cheng and I am a Bazi and Feng Shui practitioner with a noticeable bias for business and career development. But as always, I endeavor to use Chinese metaphysics to empower, not to disempower. Okay, let's get into the docs. Okay, in 2022, we had a choice to make, to build in public or to work silently alone. Now, if we were visible, and I'm assuming that we were, the visibility from 2022's golden carriage and surpassing path right here, right, would have brought us some growth opportunities. Now, with those opportunities in hand, it's time to focus on the task at hand. When I look at this list of stars in the Oxford 2023, you know what I see? I see a Japanese sword master spending a year perfecting a single katana. He folds the metal again and again and again, honing the steel into a formidable weapon. I did some research on this. Using traditional methods, it takes a Japanese sword master up to 18 months to produce a single sword. But that sword is a masterpiece. This mental picture of a Japanese sword master is the picture I ask you to carry in your head as you go about 2023. Okay, why? The presence of the fortune nobleman and sky bride denotes mastery. To metaphrase, the sky bride, well, the text says fame through one's talents and knowledge. To attain that fame or recognition, well, one must first develop those skills and talents. Now, in many cases, mastery can only be attained when we have time alone. Hours upon hours of study, research, practice, and more practice. Think of a writer typing away alone to produce a novel, weighing each word before it is put into the final book. Think of a sushi master spending years learning how to cut, how to mold, how to recognize quality. The sky bride, especially, it's not talking about a hidden talent that suddenly pops up. Okay? Instead, the sky bride supports the talent that is acquired through dedication and practice and patience. Now, here comes the problem. We live in a world of instant gratification. If you're hungry, a few swipes on the mobile and voila, food arrives. Zero effort required. Want a certain product? Again, a few swipes. And within days, the items show up at our doorstep. With the advent of technology, many of us have lost the ability to wait. And we have forgotten that sometimes the things that are worth doing requires time and effort. Okay? And because we have lost the ability to wait, we get upset when we don't see instant results. To make it worse, because the process or journey of mastery is a solitary journey, there may be instances when we feel unsupported. This is what the lonesome and peeling head means. Both are emotional stars, denoting that we feel unsupported in our quest to master this certain skill. Not only are we feeling lonely in this journey, but it seems we also need to learn to deal with naysayers coming in the form of leopard tail. These are like trolls. They're petty people who seem to take delight in undermining our efforts. Here we are trying to master a skill, and here's this group telling us that we're wasting our time. What to do about them? Ignore. Okay, what else have we got? Funeral guest hints at the possibility of hearing bad news. When we see this star, it's always a good idea to make the effort to reconnect with distant friends or family members. Now, ironically, sometimes the funeral guest can sometimes serve as a reminder to us that life is short and it can actually galvanize us into action. Okay, and finally, the sky dog. This is a pretty minor negative star. It means the potential to experience a scar or blemish, maybe, right? So be careful when handling sharp objects. It can also point to the possibility of loss and wastage caused by defective products. So make sure always to examine a product thoroughly before you buy, especially for big purchases like a car or a property. Get it independently assessed before making your decision. So, to summarize, for the ox in 2023, this is a year to spend mastering a skill. Why? Because we need to be ready for a comeback in 2024. Now, before we head into the suggestions for career and business, if you're enjoying what I'm sharing so far, how about you do the YouTube things like liking, subscribing, and sharing? Okay, so using the ox stars for career development is actually pretty simple. Spend the year mastering one skill, not acquiring one, an existing skill. As for the negative stars, if you feel unsupported, don't keep quiet, be proactive about it, seek out the support you need. Maybe buddy up with a friend and act as accountability coaches for each other. Okay, for the business owners, solopreneurs especially, will be vulnerable to the effects of these negative stars because a solopreneur works alone. We're the ones delivering the product, we're the ones doing the marketing, we're the boss, we're the cleaner, we're everything. But with the coming of the Sky Bright especially, 2023 could be a good year to start assembling your dream team. People with hard skills who can make your life a little easier. They don't need to be in your permanent employ. They can be talented freelancers. And as mentioned, get your support network in place. Life is hard for the solopreneur working on his or her startup. We all need support. We'll talk more about that later. Okay, so because the negative stars in the ox for 2023 talks a lot about psychological issues such as loneliness and depression, here's some extra content just for you. Mental wellness checklist. Remember I said earlier that we've all lost the ability to wait. We all want instant gratification. And when we don't get those instant results, well, escapism is but a thumbprint away. But we focus on using these stars, be they positive or negative. One suggestion is to learn to love the journey, not the outcome. Because when you love the journey, you will certainly get the outcome. This is actually very common advice for writers. We often hear writers say, I want to be the next J.K. Rowling. But what they're actually saying is, they want the successful series, the movie deals, the merchandising deals, without spending years honing their craft. Okay, so on this note, pick a skill that you want to master. No shooting here. What's a shooting? I should do this, I should do that. Once the shooting starts, the judging begins, and then maybe the shaming tags along. What happens to the self-worth when that happens? So pick a skill you want to master so that you can love the journey. And this way, the journey will contribute towards cultivating our self-worth. What's the difference between self-worth and self-esteem? Simple. Self-esteem is reliant on external validations. Do you like me? Do you validate me? Do you agree with me? Okay, self-worth is internal, how we see ourselves, regardless of what's going on outside. And speaking of outside, let's have a look at where is your ox. Now, if you have the ox in your year pillar, okay, seems like there are a lot of unrecognized talents or people in need of support within your industry, friend list, LinkedIn connections, contacts, acquaintances, social media followers. If you want to use these stars, then your job would be to get out there, network, discover who they are, and first of all, offer your support, be the friend they need. Okay? If you have the ox in the month pillar for career and business, this is a great year to focus on honing your proverbial sword. Gain mastery over a skill that will pay back for years and years to come. Remember that image of a Japanese sword master I spoke of earlier? Be that. So focus on your craft that you are impervious to the negative feelings and naysayers. Come 2024, that sword must be ready to be launched because the positive stars will be coming back. Now, see here, this is about using a year with more negative stars as a prep year. Some people will wait until the positive stars arrive before they start doing something. You can still do that, but if we use this year for prep, when the positive stars come back, the results will increase multifold. Agree? Okay. So next, how about the ox in the day? Right? This governs yourself and your personal relationships. So it seems like you may feel a little unsupported in 2023. Why don't we be proactive about this? Communicate what you need to feel supported. If the significant other is not able to provide the support you need, then get your own support network in place. This pillar is not just about the spouse or partner. This pillar can also include your BFFs or your immediate family. Or perhaps the significant other may be the one who is feeling unsupported. Either way, communication is the key. Okay? Ox in the hour will govern your children, staff, investments, ideas, ideals, ambitions, where your children and staff are concerned. This could be the right time to increase their self-worth by encouraging them to master a certain skill. Encouraging, don't force them, please. Okay? What about investments? Learn the skills you need to become a master investor. Sky Bright type of mastery requires hours of practice. I can't stress that enough. Okay, sorry to sound like a broken gramophone. So anyway, we spoke a lot about the ox feeling unsupported in 2023. So what to do? We borrow from other people. Okay? Your best friend, Mr. Waffles, has courage to spare and is possibly also looking to create new income streams. How can you, the ox, by you mastering a skill, can be a part of this person's venture? Your other buddies, the snake, has the ability to reach new markets. And as for the rooster, well, basically the rooster as the year breaker needs problems to solve. Okay, so that's it for the ox, right? Do these suggestions sound very broad to you? I'm sorry, they have to be. I've not seen your full chart, nor do I know your personal circumstances, right? So these suggestions have to be broad, and in application, critical thinking on your part is required. So in creating this series, my intent is really to give you some inspiration on how to use these positive or even negative stars. Remember, the stars influence us. They don't control us. Also, when we match our actions to the effects, that's when we experience the benefits. And at the end of the day, that's what a Bazi reading is all about, to help you match your actions to the year's energy. So here's my offer to you. If you like, let's brainstorm the year together. If you've got a question, drop it in the comments. My contacts are also in the description. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching, and here's wishing you, yes, you with the ox, 恭喜發財, Happy New Year. May 2023 be the year you become a katana swords master. Okay, until I see you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.